The incident in Instagram 6 MP4 illustrates a critical center of gravity violation where the workers reached beyond the side rails, created a torque force that caused the ladder to tip instantly. Mechanically, ascending to the top rungs eliminated essential points of contact for balance, preventing any postural self-correction once instability began. The ladder was also positioned at an excessively steep angle, reducing necessary friction at the base. Environmental risks were compounded by a low-grip contact surface and the absence of a spotter or fall protection equipment. To prevent such accidents, workers must adhere to the three-point contact rule, maintain a centered posture between side rails, and ensure a stable, level foundation through thorough site inspections. Ultimately, prioritizing basic ladder safety over temporary convenience is essential to avoid severe health consequences. The incident in the file Lupex container fight N, the Ibay in GEXCTN. MP4 demonstrates the devastating force of compressed air when released instantaneously. Semi-truck tires, typically inflated to 120 psi, release energy comparable to a small explosive device when structural failure occurs due to wear or heat. In the video, the rapid expansion of air is sufficient to lift and propel an adult a significant distance. Beyond the shockwave, rubber or metal fragments act as ballistic projectiles, posing severe threats. Key safety measures include establishing a danger zone and never resting near heavy-duty tires. Maintenance must involve steel safety cages to contain debris. Personnel should always stand to the front or rear of the tread, avoiding the weak sidewall during inspection. Respecting tire pressure as a hazardous energy source is vital for survival. The incident in the file Instagram. MP4 serves as a textbook example of losing control over mechanical energy in an industrial setting. As long steel beams are hoisted by a crane system, a failure to secure the load at its center of gravity creates massive inertial force. As the load begins to swing, it accumulates kinetic energy that human strength cannot counteract, striking the worker directly in its trajectory. Personnel moved and stood directly beneath or immediately adjacent to the operating radius, highlighting critical danger zone violations and a lack of physical barriers. Furthermore, the absence of taglines for remote control forced workers to use their hands to adjust the beams a major safety oversight. To prevent such events, facilities must establish absolute exclusion zones in the line of fire and mandate the use of indirect handling equipment. Performing trial lifts to verify the center of gravity and training workers in a defensive mindset are essential, as safety in industrial lifting allows zero margin for error. The incident in Vorben hinterfahrende der evenveredige midden in MP4 highlights the extreme risks of pressurized systems when technical protocols are ignored. A sudden release of high-pressure water and gas occurred because the valve was opened too quickly or the system was overpressurized. The worker's dangerous positioning directly in front of the valve left him squarely in the path of the high-energy blast. This tragedy suggests a lack of proper depressurization control before maintenance. In the foundry environment, heavy metal components acted as secondary hazards during the fall. Without protective barriers or remote operation, the worker was left vulnerable. Key lessons include strict adherence to lockout, tagout, loto, and standing to the side when slowly opening valves. Specialized PEEP-like face shields is mandatory to prevent injuries from powerful industrial sprays.